Okay, so last night I watched the South Park movie from 1999, and just kind of did a little decode, and I had a comment on this video here. Um, about he said he was reading. There's a part in this video where there's a gorilla in the background, and it says, "It's time to wake up." And uh, this person, Verveman42, commented and said that he's reading a book called Ishmael, and it's basically a gorilla teaching man how to save the world. And so I checked it out. So before I even looked at the book, I thought of just looking at Ishmael, biblically or whatever. And it's Ishmael is the first son of Abraham, and he died at. I'll show you here in a second. All right. So what I was getting at here is, Abraham was 86 years old when Ishmael was born. So Abraham was 86 years old when Ishmael was born, and Ishmael died at the age of 137. So if you add 137 plus 86, you get 223. So 322, 223. Just found that interesting, I guess. So that would have been how old Abraham would have been, 223 years old when Ishmael died. Okay, first thing I noticed about this book, Ishmael, is that it came out in 1992, 22 years ago. So you got a 22 right off the bat. It says it was written by Daniel Quinn. And Daniel Quinn, wow, Omaha, Nebraska. Never noticed that. Um, that's it's because I live like really close to there. Anyway, he was born October 11th. So, oct is 8. So it's actually 10, 11, or 8, 11. So he was born on 88. Now, this book was like a part of a trilogy. It was the first book of a trilogy, it says. And the next book is called The Story of B. B is 2, second letter alphabet. So it's The Story of 2. The first one came out 22 years ago. And then this one is The Story of 2. Or, I mean, it could also be The Story of 8 because B's look like an 8. It looks like the author's first book came out in 1988. It's called Dreamer. And the main character is Greg Donner, Tribe of Dan Donner, falls in love with the beautiful red-headed Jenny Winters. Donner also is one of the original 8 reindeer. And I believe he's also Rudolph's dad. Okay, and then it says the Pearl Jam song Do the Evolution was inspired by Ishmael. So let's click on Do the Evolution. It says the song came out on February 3rd, 1998, which is 2-3. It's also on Pearl Jam's album Yield, which is their 5th studio album. Fifth is V22. Even the Yield even is a V. 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 You know what I mean? That's crazy. It's pretty deep. But if you don't think that they have things coded, why did the album before, why was it called No Code? And let's see here. No Code. They had a song called Hail, Hail, and it was number 2. And I think of Hail Hitler, HH, right? And then it was the second track on the album. Well, first off, before I even go into there, I'm going to look at the album cover here. No Code. I mean, No Code is what it's called. They put a number 5 on there. Why a 5 when it's their 4th album? But look at all the eyeballs. Yeah, your pyramid of the eyeball. I mean, they put that on there for a reason. Anyway, you scroll down and you find out Hail Hail is the second track. Mm-hmm. And it says down here, Ryan Schreiber of Pitchfork Media called Hail Hail the thrashing typical Pearl Jam song. So, once again, Hail Hail, track 2, 88. Pitchfork Media. Pitchfork is a trident. I went back to the album Yield here, or No Code. There's no code at all, but track number 8 is called Red Mosquito. No code at all, but it's track 8. And it says the song managed to reach number 37 on the Billboard Mainstream Rock Tracks chart. 37, number 8. Alright, and it makes sense here why they call it No Code. And I said, oh, but it has a ton of code in it, right? I mean, look at all this. Eyeballs, triangles, whatever. It says, when discussing the album's title, Vedder said, it's called No Code because it's full of code. It's misinformation. Alright, that answers my question. So I watched the video of Do the Evolution, and right here in the video, I mean, maybe this symbol means something else, but I see a V and then a V going the other way. So a 5 and a 5, or a 22 and a 22. And there's a lot of 5s in this video, or at least 2 other times I'll notice 5. Right here, it's he's selling crucifix for $5. Then we got a jet or whatever with 55 on it. Then towards the end here, it has the guy's watch, and it's on 10-10. So that is 55, 55. 5 and 5 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. So it's also kind of weird on this album that track number 8 is literally a red dot. I don't know why or what, but it's a red dot. All these other ones have names. Track 8 is literally titled Red Dot. But I was just kind of reading through here. Track number 11 is called In Hiding. It just sounds like, hiding in plain sight. And you scroll down here and you find out Vedder's lyrics for In Hiding were inspired by writings of Charles Bukowski. Charles Bukowski, let's check him out. August 16th, 1920 was when he was born, so, I mean, August 16th, 8/8. He dies on March 9th, 1994 at age 73. I'm just going to end it right here. It's like, you start with a topic, literally. It's like opening up a can of worms. Like, I find one thing, I find a million things, and then I can make a whole video off of another thing. I bet if I went and looked at Pearl Jam, I could make a 15-minute video on Pearl Jam. But anyway, I felt like there was some other stuff I forgot to write a few things down, and now I can't remember what I got lost in here. There's just so much information. But yeah, I'm just going to end it like I said. and if I find it, I'll write it in the comments or whatever. But anyway, have a great night.